G'day guys, look at that moon, how amazing. It's about 7:30 p.m, just off to get my son from soccer. I thought I'd just quickly talk about the last part of this video series on this downpipe. Hopefully it's the end of it. So I've done the downpipe, so it's the one that's in the 3 short videos that I'm going to post. It's got the separate wastegate sort of bypass thing, I don't know what it's called, but the car's so much smoother, and it's actually booming a bit less than the other one, because I like that booming when you got the bass on and you get the whole reverberation. But it's a lot. It just sounds like a different car. So it's like got the rasp to it, little bit of burbling, little bit of backfiring, and yeah. So it's cat. Right back to the rear mufflers. I talked about the ground clearance, which was really important to me. It's not that I go anywhere that is that bad, but I've noticed that the Invidia sort of bottoms out on driveways where, you know, the factory one wouldn't. So they really did a good job up there at Lambros High Tech. I call him Lambros, but it's High Tech mufflers. You can hear it. So it's got sort of. It's got a bit of a piping drone sound, but it's really good when I'm driving. I wanted to get the kids to film, so I'll make another part on the weekend. I'll get the kids to film me fanging it up and down, but see, I mean, unless you listen to it in the car or on your home entertainment, you're not really going to hear the exhaust. But yeah, it's just got the real sort of, the kid said it's like sort of a bit of a lion, sort of a roar. So with the Invidia now, I can hear it howling. I mentioned that the Invidia flows a little bit less in the factory airbox. I've had confirmation from Chris, Scooby STi Chris in the UK. The factory box is best. Oh, sorry, was that from Outdoor Lane? A few of the subscribers was, you know, it seems to be common knowledge. The factory airbox is really, really good. But where's that dog? Baby! Oh, he's gone all the way down there. Baby, come on. So yeah, car's ripping, a lot more smoother. That's the main thing I noticed straight away, and a lot more top end than the Invidia. So I'm gonna have to go back to the tuner now and just have a look at the figures. I reckon they'll be fine. I mean, it can't be that much different, but I tell you, it feels a lot different considering I've got one more catalytic converter on it now. I'll just give it another rev for you. It's a bit noisy here. Yeah, sounds good. I like it. It's not as boomy as I expected, but it's got this, like, it's got this, just this rasp to it. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, so much for worrying about the Golf Rs and all that, because now I'll blitz them. That's it. Got 260 odd kilowatts, plenty of power. Now, incidentally, I couldn't make a video because the owner of the car was there, but at the exhaust shop today, there was a brand new Golf R straight out of the dealership, getting an exhaust pipe this big on, and the boys there were going, we just don't like these Golfs. They thought that I'd like it, and I looked under it. There was nothing to look at. Looks like any other Golf, except it had magnetic shock absorbers on it. You know, on the bottom it had Munro shocks on it, and at the bottom it had the solenoid thing with the wire. And I'm looking at it, just thinking, Subaru, like, how much could you be saving with those shocks? Like, it's a common technology now, so surely the next model's going to have some sort of ride control adjustment, but it doesn't actually need it. That's the actual thing. The model before it did, the AMG A45 does, but this car doesn't need it. It is that comfortable and soaks up the potholes that well. So I'm loving it. You can hear I'm thrilled. And there was one thing I forgot to mention. So when I got the car, I made a video about the idle hunting. So the tuner confirmed it. He said these ones, the idles all over the shop. And that's what I had. Like, it seems to be after you drive stop, start, the car sort of learns a habit. And at the 5th set of lights or 10th set of lights on a hot day, it'll just idle right down. So bearing in mind, this idle speed has been lifted now by 30 RPM. See, in the car, it's actually quieter than the Invidia. That's the funny thing. But not when you're driving. I'll make a video of the sound on the weekend. I'll get a good street and do it properly with the kids. And yeah, driving around intelligent for the first time in my life. It's like, it is so good to be able to just be intelligent and think, oh, am I in sports? But when I'm in sports, I constantly think, oh, it's in sports sharp. So a lot of getting used to this. And now I'm going to have to reduce my tyre pressures, because with the increased power, I'm now getting the car slightly doing this. I've mentioned this in previous videos. The 2016 was all over the road with the really high tyre pressures. This one isn't, but it is now a little bit. So I feel that it's sort of, you know, and I'm not talking about flooring it. I actually haven't floored it flat out yet, not properly, but yeah, just bring it on partial boost on sports sharp. It's boosting up quicker, and I feel the car moving around a little bit. That'll be alleviated when I take the tyres back from 44 to 36 or 37. That's where they belong. But yeah, anyway, I'm pretty thrilled, and we will catch you soon. Thanks for the comments, guys. See ya.